name is Preeta and welcome back to my channel. If you're on Metaverse or if you follow me on Instagram, then you probably know that how obsessed I've become recently with Korean culture, with Korean foods and BTS, of course. It's BTS, yay! Every night I watch a new show or any YouTube videos, I end up putting a new dish to try on my wish list. Starting from different Korean stews to Korean barbecue. But unfortunately, I'm very sad saying this, ingredients are not easily available in here. You can buy a few things online, but they are pretty expensive for me to buy. So today I'm gonna be trying few Korean dishes that are efficient, homely, easy to cook, and can of course satisfy my cravings. But before that, if you are new here or if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe now and hit the like button if you like the video. If you know anyone who is equally obsessed like me with the Korean food and culture, then send this video to them. I really wanna make their day a little bit maybe. So now let's go and start with the video. And I'm starting with the breakfast. So it would have been ideal if I made one meal for each course, breakfast, lunch and dinner. But this particular dish I just had to make. This is so effortlessly delicious that this is my third time I'm making this. This is actually eaten for breakfast, but since it's rice based, you can have this in lunch or even in dinner. You just need some hot steamed rice in a big bowl. Then add some butter to it. Then fry 2 eggs till the bottoms are crispy but the yolks are a bit runny. Then add the eggs, some soy sauce, some sesame oil and some sesame seeds. Lastly, chop some green onion and add it to the bowl. And that's it, your Bap is ready. Now just mix everything up and eat. I don't know what you are thinking, but this tastes way better than it looks. So give it a try and I promise you will love it. Now I'm starting with the breakfast part 2. This is called Pajan, aka green onion pancakes. I first saw this on a K-drama called Coffee Prince and I find it really interesting because generally we have pancakes that are sweet, but this is more like our very beloved gula roti. Also, this is so minimalistic and flexible that you can make it when you don't have a lot of things in your home, or you can add up more veggies or seafood to make it even more delicious. So for this you make a normal pancake batter without the sugar and milk and you add corn flour for the extra crispiness. Pour the batter in pan, the green onions and then a little batter to glue them up. This was the first time I make and my pancakes were quite thicker. So you should put a lot less batter at the first place. You will need approx 2 big spoonful of batter for each pancake. And you enjoy these pancakes with soy sauce dip. The taste was so subtle yet full of flavors that I'll give it a perfect 10. But I could have done it better with the thickness and the texture. So I'm gonna make this again very soon and I'll update you on my IG. For lunch I made bibimbap. Bibimbap literally means mixing rice. So for this you take rice, bunch of sorted veggies and protein of your choice, then mix everything up with the iconic gochujang sauce. So for my bibimbap I made a quick radish pickle, then saute some carrots, spinach and chop some cucumbers. You can use other conventional veggies like mushrooms, zucchini, mung bean sprouts, but whatever you do, try to cut everything in the same manner just so your bowl looks pretty. For the protein, Korean people have different place for pork and beef in their hearts. But it's totally fine if you use chicken, tofu or even paneer if you feel like. So I just scramble up a block of tofu and fry it with a touch of oil and soy sauce. And for the gochujang sauce, you mix some gochujang, soy, honey, lemon, salt and sesame oil. And that's it. This is all the work you need to do for this. Now you just plate everything up nicely and pour the sauce, mix and enjoy. You see, this dish is very balanced and nutritious with all the veggies and protein in it. So if you're looking for some healthy meal ideas, bibimbap can be a very good option for that. Even for the people who are vegetarian or vegan. Just skip the fried eggs. Okay, about gochujang. I'll take you through the taste and texture of it. Gochujang is a fermented Korean chili paste. It's made with Korean gochugaru chili, glutinous rice, fermented soybean paste. It's kind of thick and sticky in texture, sweet and spicy in taste. There are many condiments like this, like gochujang, which is fermented chili paste, doenjang, which is fermented soybean paste, sesame jang, which is fermented sesame paste. These all are the basic flavor base of most of the Korean food. If you are really a fan of Korean food, you can totally invest in it. But if you are a picky eater or if you haven't tasted any Korean food, the smell of it can be overwhelming for you because it doesn't smell good. These are the kind of foods that you might take time to get used to it, but once you understand the flavor, you will seek for that depth of flavor, the umami in almost everything. I do. I was so tired and full that day, I shot the dinner next day in lunch. But we'll just pretend that it's happening on the same day. And drumroll please, I made tteokbokki for dinner, guys. Every damn K-drama, food blogs, reels, YouTube videos made me crave for tteokbokki so bad. Now that I tried, I totally get why people are so crazy for it. Tteokbokki is a spicy rice cake dish. It's more of a street food in Korean, but you can totally have it as a meal. As I couldn't find the ready-made rice cakes in here, I used rice paper to make it. These rice cakes are chewy because it's made of glutinous rice. So if you want to make the cakes from regular rice flour, you might not get the same chewy texture. This is why I used rice papers. So soak the rice papers for 15 to 20 seconds in water, then wait for 10 more seconds. It will soften off on its own. Please don't get tempted to soak it till it's soft. It will break while rolling. I used 2 sheets of paper for one cake. Roll it tightly and cut in cylinders, just like fingers. Then cook them in spicy gochujang sauce. Add noodles to make it like a proper meal. You can add a hard-boiled egg if you want. This rice cake tastes so good with the sauce. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's just so good. I've become a fan of it. So I'll just say, 맛있어요. Okay. So these were all for today's Korean food exploration. I don't know what to say or what not to. I'm so very excited still now. I really want you to watch the video and I'm so excited. It's really close to my heart and it's a very personal video. So I am so excited. If you like this video, please hit the like button, or if you are gonna make any of these Korean foods, then click pictures and share with me on my Instagram. The link is given in the description and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.